Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are doing another Kaladesh Draft League. Alright, well, Chandra, hello. So we're going to slam her, and what are other good cards in here? I like the Fanatic, the Privileges, the Skiff, the Infiltrator, the Steed, and that's about it. But, hello Chandra. Alright, follow-up pick. What do we got? Stomper. Yeah, Stomper's pretty excellent. There's a Screecher in here, and yeah, that's about it. So I guess we'll go Stomp. Alright, what do we have here? I can take the Pyro Helix. I like the card, it's good removal. And there's an Artisan and a Tidy Conclusion in here as well, and an Aether Meltdown, but I like Pyro Helix. I know it goes late and no one cares about it for some completely unknown reason, but I still like to take it whenever I see it. So, could take another Pyro Helix, but I think now maybe we take the Rhino. Rhino's pretty excellent. We're looking for the premium cards. I guess there's a Nature's Way, though, too. Makes things a little bit more difficult, doesn't it? Alright, I guess we'll go Nature's Way over Rhino. Even though I really like Rhino a lot. Okay. Here, I think we'll just take the Artist. Nothing really too exciting otherwise. I guess we could take a tune with the Aether. But Artist is pretty playable most of the time. And I like that it can give, you know, like your Arborback Stomper haste the following turn if you want to set up for that instead. Personally, I think it's just a pretty good card. Alright, so now we can take Outrider. Pretty excellent 4-drop green creature. Starting to get a lot of colored spells in here, but that's okay. So now I guess we'll take another Pyro Helix and be happy enough with that. Gorger. I don't really like any of these. I think I'm going to take the Giant. Could take the Artisan. I guess it's really not that good, though. It's more of a defensive card. But I think we're kind of already good on stuff I want to do in my top end. Artisan's just not really part of the plans I like anymore in this format is the problem. I really just don't like stalling and doing that stuff. I don't think Gorger is very good, though. It's kind of another... It's just too expensive. 4-drop 2/2 that requires stuff. I just don't like it. So I can take a tune now, or I can take another Artisan. I guess now I'll take a tune. Maybe there's something I want to splash for. Take a Built to Smash over a Creeping Mold. So we're looking for Cub, Rhino, Voltaic Brawler, Thriving Grubs, Seed Sculptor. All of these cards would be good. Take a Tactics. Take a Hijack. Take a Larger Than Life. Alright. Commencement and a Swamp. Got it. Alright, so we have Aether Torch Renegade, which is very good. I probably just take it over, I guess, everything else in this pack. It's an energy card, which is good in these colors, but it also just kills things. So we're taking it over Cobra and over Appetite. And be nice to wheel one of those things. We'll see if we can. So we can take a Brazen Scourge. Confiscation Coup, huh? Well, we can take Gearper Guide or Scourge. Brazen Scourge is going to be a little bit tougher in this deck since we already have a lot of double color stuff, so I'm a little more tempted to take the Gearper Guide, or I could just take another Pyro Helix. Gear per Guide's kind of one of the creatures I'm looking for. The ability is pretty relevant. More relevant than it looks. So you can take Trumpeter, which is more of a combo card. I think probably just take Sparks, right? Let's get some removal. Even with the low artifact count, killing things is good. I like the Doorbuster a lot too. Okay, so we can take Cobra, Genius, Tiger. All of these cards are fine. Genius looks pretty mediocre in here. It's just a 3-mana 3/2. Cobra is fine because it's got Death Touch, so it's good with Nature's Way, but it's also not exactly what I'm looking for most of the time. It's probably early enough where I can take the Genius and hope to get some value out of it at some point. And Tiger's fine too, but we'll just deal with 1, 2, and 3 drops for as long as we can, I think. Alright, here we'll take the Judge. It's good green card draw. And it's not really anything else in here I'm interested in, so seems fine. Alright, Skiff's pretty good. We have an Infiltrator as well. But Skiff, I guess, gives us a little bit of aerial value, as well as some Quicksmith and Welding Spark synergy. So I guess we'll take the Skiff over the Infiltrator here. Okay, so another Gear per Guide or a third Pyrohelix. All these options are fine. We're going to take either one over the Giant. So Gear per Guide's 3 mana, 3 power, and it's, like I said, it's got a relevant ability. Pyrohelix just gives us more early stuff. We already have 9 non-creature spells. We have about 7 spots in the deck, and I think they need to be creatures, so I think we're actually going to go Gear per Guide here. None of these cards are particularly good for us. I guess I could take Sabotage. The problem is it kills pretty much everything in my deck. And we don't have a lot of artifacts to sack, so maybe we're more likely to play Cathartic Reunion to get rid of excess lands, but even that seems pretty unlikely. We'll have Appetite, Puzzle Knot, but I think we're going to go with Cobra, get an early Death Touch creature that synergizes with Sparks and Genius. Alright, got the Pyrohelix back because no one likes the card. Got the Trumpeter back, which is a little more surprising, but still not great for our deck. Alright, I'm going to take another Cobra over the Wanderer and the Puzzle Knot. Honestly, I don't think Cobra's okay, but we're going to need much better than that. We're going to need... I want a Brawler, I want a Rhino, I want a Cub, I want a Thriving Grub. There's a lot of commons that we're missing out on here. I mean, even Freighter, of course. There's just all sorts of cards. Even the Welding Monitor. Well, here's a Welding Sparks. There's a Hunt the Weak and an Edgecrafter as well, but probably just take the Sparks, I guess. Edgecrafter's pretty good, but I'd rather have more removal. I think this one's already on the fence. Probably don't need Attune with the Aether. I kind of don't want to play the Artisan, but it does have synergy with a couple cards in our deck. It's really not what I'm looking for. Well, probably take another Nature's Way. It's just good removal. Taking over Wanderer and Seed Sculptor, even though I do want the Seed Sculptor too. Tactics is probably going to have to get out of here. Even Built to Smash is... Although Built to Smash with Cobra is actually pretty good. So I guess we can take Hunt the Weak now. Yeah, I guess there's not really... Could take Gremlin, we just don't have any action for it, so let's take the Hunt. Our deck's pretty desperate for creatures now. Alright, well, Seed Sculptor, but we've got another Judge. So I suppose we take another Judge. What do we have that actually synergizes with it, though? One... Even this doesn't really synergize with it. I mean, I want the Seed Sculptor, to be honest. I mean, we have a Hunt the Week that works with it, an Outrider. We have like 3 cards that works with it, basically. It's really not enough. I think we're going to go Seed Sculptor. I want to do more early. As much as I like Judge, I'm not so confident we're going to get enough +1/+1 counters for our other Judge, so let's take this. Blossoming Defense is very good. There's a Foundry Inspector in here too, which is a creature. It's not very good in our deck though. We just basically, it's a 3-mana, colors 3-mana 3/2. I guess it has synergy with our Sparks though and our Quicksmith Genius. So honestly, maybe that's enough incentive to do it over defense. The problem with taking defense here is I'm already I'm removaled up to the gills here, right? I've got Built to Smash, triple Pyrohelix, double Nature's Way, double Welding Sparks, Hunt the Week. Like, I'm Chandra. I'm good on killing things. Aether Torch Renegade. The list keeps getting longer and longer. So let's just take the Inspector to make sure we've got enough creatures in this deck. Decoction Module. Don't really have a lot of need for energy, so probably take a 3rd Cobra, even though, like I said, I don't really need it that badly at all. But we'll take it. It does have Death Touch. And it's a 2-drop. Alright, another Skiff. I'm fine with that, actually. I don't know if we could see another Assembler, otherwise that'd be a reasonable option, but I like having Skiff anyway, so I don't care about that. Let's do this. Maybe we ditch the Built to Smash. Kind of want to ditch the Trumpeter. I don't think Fireweaver does enough in this deck, but honestly, Barge is a pretty good card. Man, that's some late lookouts. Should have just done my usual, huh? I mean, we have some artifact. I'm just going to take the Barge. Barge actually is a pretty strong card, I think. Ooh, getting the Edgecrafter back's nice. We're going to take it and play it. So we have some serious cuts to make here. I'm not exactly sure what they are yet either. It's probably going to end up being one of our creatures. Maybe we do ditch the Barge. Don't need any of those, so managed to get no Rhinos, no Cubs, no Brawlers, no... basically, none of the value format-defining creatures that I wanted. So all in all, this deck is going to be lacking a little bit on the oomph that I think it needs. Despite having Chandra in it, you'd think that that's a weird thing to say, but no, it's actually true. This deck is lacking. Lacking the goodies that I think define this format, because we just couldn't see them. But that's all right. So let's figure out the 3 cuts we want to make here. Artisan basically what? Has synergy with Genius, Judge. It's just not good enough in my mind. It does have synergy with the Sparks as well. I really just... I don't like the card enough. I think I'm going to cut it. That'll be my creature cut, and then we got to cut, I think, 2 non-creature spells. I guess I'd rather run the Skiffs than the Barge for the flying, even though Barge does draw a card, so we'll probably just cut the Barge, and then maybe one of our Pyrohelixes. That leaves us with 2 Nature's Way, 2 Pyrohelix, 2 Sparks, Hunt the Week, and Chandra. Yeah, that's a good removal package anyway. And we still have the double Skiff to go over top. Yeah, I think this is how we're running it. So 3 triple green and 1 double red. So probably, I think we'll probably just do 8/8. Well, actually, I guess there is an argument to go 9/7. The main one being we have a lot to do with green early, but we don't have a ton to do with red early. Besides removal, of course, but I think it's more important for us to be able to like leave up Death Touch on a Cobra and activate a gear per guide. So, all right, we'll do this. This deck's okay. I think overall it's just not the type of deck that I think consistently wins in this format, but we'll do our best with it. So, all right. Green red. We'll see you round 1.